Hello, welcome to lifeskills from Sanskrit. I'm Jigar. Today we are going to look at the first type of character development or acting that Bharat Muni talks about in Natya Shastra. So this is part 2 of the series that we are going to look at. So without wasting any time, let's just jump into it. So in the first part, we talked about how Bharat Muni has divided acting or building a character development, if you will, in 4 different parts. Today we'll look at one of the parts. It's called Angika, which is body language. So basically, what we understand from this is, if you want to build a character, of course, one of the biggest way to do it is to adapt the body language that a particular character would have. So if you're trying to develop your personality, if you're trying to change something about yourself, of course, your body language plays a huge part in it. If you've got a confident body language, if you can ooze confidence, if you will, through your body language, of course, you will have a greater charming personality because that confidence backs up what you're saying. So learning how to control our body and developing that particular type of body language that you're after, it takes you to the next level. So how does Bharat Muni define body language or Angika type of acting? He says that when it comes to developing Angika Abhinaya, that means body language and the body acting, there are 3 ways that you have to do it. 3 ways according to him. They follow Shariro, that means the whole body. How do you carry yourself, your body, and your body language. Second, he says Mukhaja, that means your face, your expression. What are you doing with your face? And the third one, Shakhango Pangasanyutaha, that means your limbs. So what he does is he divides that little body acting part into 3 bits. The first one is your whole body. The second is your face, facial expressions. And the third are your limbs. So what he tells us is that when you're trying to develop a character, if you're trying to create a persona, there are 3 ways you need to act. Those 3 ways, of course, the first one are your facial expression, and we know how important they are when we are communicating with people. If you're delivering a sad news, of course, your expressions will be different. If you're delivering good news, of course, your expressions will be different. So we need to work on our facial expressions, how we want to convey ourselves without using our speech. So a lot of the times we can simply communicate with people with our body language and our expressions. So that's what we need to work on if we want to develop a persona that we like. How do we do it? Of course, we can do it in front of a mirror. We practice. We can always ask our friends and family to give us feedback and see if they like what we are doing with our face. Your limbs, hand gestures, and what you're doing with your legs. If you're standing, you're running, if you're giving up presentations, of course, you want to be conscious of how you're using your limbs. And it's very, very important to learn how to do it, because limbs and using them properly can create, again, another effect when it comes to your personality. If you know how your body needs to react to certain things, of course, you can back up your speech and what you're saying with your body language. And of course, the last one, the 3 bits. So the first one, we talked about facial expressions. The second one, your limbs, hands, legs, how you move them. And of course, the whole body. We want to make sure how we carry ourselves, the gait, the way we walk, and of course, how we are going to behave in general in public. If we can learn how to develop these 3 things, if we can work hard and create something, bringing all these 3 things together, of course, we'll end up creating a persona with a body language that we desire. And I'm sure you know plenty of examples in real life where you look at people and then you realize that a particular person has an amazing body language. They ooze confidence, they talk with that confidence, and of course, their body language, their gestures, they back up what they're saying. So in this part 2, what we are looking at is Angika Abhinay, so our body language, creating that persona through our body language. What are the 3 ways? I'll repeat myself. To create a persona using that body language, Angika Abhinay, are, well, basically your facial expressions, your limbs, as in the gestures that you do with your legs, your hands, and of course your whole body, how you carry yourself. If you can do that, you will have a great personality that you would have developed. So this is what Bharat Muni talks about in Natya Shastra on developing a character using Angika Abhinay. Thank you for joining me today. Stay positive, stay tuned.